Good morning and time for today's Talkers. If you're not familiar with this segment, we do it here on Facebook Live every week where we talk about some of the trending stories from our morning newscast. And of course, can't do it alone. We have the whole team, Nicole, Margaret, Chris, myself, talking about some of those trending stories. We are Facebook Live right now. I'm looking at it full screen. Let me get out so I can see the comments.
I'm trying to find it right now.
Since nobody heard the last time, I want to say that I'm very thankful to be back in the studio after a year and a month.
Yes, we're happy to have
missed
you.
you guys. We'd see each other and wave and text each other, how you doing, good morning, and then I would go to my glass room over in the front of the building, and now I'm back in the studio. It's very nice. I'm glad to be back.
It's been great. It's been a nice change for us all this week.
Yeah, sure has.
All right, I got it pulled up now. I see.
We working?
Matthew says, I saw it. So I guess he's saying he saw that you were back in the studio. So Matthew, welcome, and Chris back in.
Good,
We have about
thank you.
65 people watching right now. If you guys are just joining the live, the stream, go ahead in the comments, say hey, say what's up. We love interacting with you guys as we get ready to hop into some of these topics, which I think are going to be some good ones. We're still waiting. We're still dwindling at about 50. Usually we have 100 people by now.
Where are all those people?
It's been a busy morning. You know, people were up, I think, a little bit earlier than usual today.
I just saw, I was looking at the video, Margaret, and I saw your little shimmy.
I was just glad we were live this time. We went live and we were just talking to ourselves probably 10 minutes ago.
And we were talking so good. We had such a good conversation going.
Chris, you were talking about your irrigation system.
Weren't even there live. Well, yeah, we won't.
We've heard about that, right?
Road. If it's not remodeling the bathroom, it's always something at my house, so y'all get sick of hearing about all of it.
Man.
But anyway.
Always a project.
Well, it's about 9:18, so let's get started with our talkers for the day. The first story is one that tons of people were talking about this morning. It's the lunar eclipse from the supermoon. We had all our photographers out catching it in action. It was such a beautiful sight to see. This is a supermoon. It's the closest full moon that our area will see this year, so it was called the super flower blood moon. Flower, of course, comes from where the spring flowers are coming up, so this time of year they name it after that. And the blood moon comes from the color as that eclipse was happening. Look at this. You can kind of see that left side of the moon, that shadow going over it.
So that's about as good as we got here, right?
Yeah.
We didn't really, I know we didn't get a full eclipse, but I mean, is that about as good as we?
I think we got a tiny bit more of it covered than that. But yeah, once the shadow of the earth was going over it, it gave it that kind of orangey copper hue. So that's where the blood moon name comes from. But it was a neat view. This happened for us shortly after 6 a.m.
Yeah. Let us know in the comments if you guys saw it.
Yeah.
I'm always still amazed at how I told y'all this earlier about how they come up with the names, the buck moon and the flower moon and the blood moon and all of those things. I never understand I understand now what they mean, but it's just kind of neat.
Don't you think we're like
named
taking
over
away
that,
from the whole blue moon thing, because everything's supposed to be so rare? I feel like every moon becomes a super moon now.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, all the full moons.
Yeah,
they're all kind of super.
Yeah. I know, but Nicole actually gave explanation as to why those are the names, right, Nicole?
Yeah, I mean, they're always usually named by the time of year that they're up in. I forget some of the other names. The buck moon is one, Chris, for
Harvest
sure.
moon.
Harvest moon, yeah.
I believe that's in the fall.
Yeah.
With the last harvest or something.
And we don't get these every single time. It's just a matter of the timing of these full moons. The moon cycle, I think, is 30 days, and some months have 28 days, some months have 31 days, so it's not always exactly on beginning and end of the month. So it's always neat to kind of see. But yeah, someone somewhere names it based on the time of year that they come about.
And a fun fact, I know you probably heard the term once in a blue moon with Nicole talking about the 30-day moon phase. There's not oftentimes, it's rare, but sometimes you get 2 full moons in a single month. That second full moon is the blue moon.
Exactly.
Look at you talking that meteorology stuff, Ted. Look at you.
Oh, that's astronomy.
How about that? Wow. He still remembers all that.
I do.
Good.
Rosemary said, when was the last time of a super blood moon?
I think it was 2019, right?
Yeah, they said.
Yeah.
No, that was the lunar eclipse.
Yeah.
Oh, the lunar eclipse was 2019.
Yeah. So we'd have to get some details on that for you, Rosemary, in terms of the super blood moon, because there was probably a super moon. There was one earlier this year. There was a blood moon years prior, but the super blood moon, that's the combination we're going to have to kind of pinpoint for you.
Wow.
Interesting.
Well, let's get to our next topic. Next up, this one is for the parents out there. Giving your toddlers lots of screen time may cause them to lose interest in reading actual books. So Canadian researchers found toddlers who regularly spent time on tablets, smartphones, and TVs were actually less likely to read print books with their parents at age 3. They were even more likely to engage in less reading by the age of 5. And finally, today, of course, we're going to be seeing how this can impact the toddlers. We know a lot of
I
people.
mean, is anyone surprised by this?
No.
You know what? I can
No.
only speak for my son and my grandsons. I know that their father and mother don't allow them to watch a lot of TV stuff. I mean, they watch
Yeah.
TV, but not getting on games or anything like that until they come to Oppa and Sassy's, and then it's like, all bets are off
It's
at
a
that point.
free-for-all.
So, yeah. So, but I mean, I understand how they need to be. My son wants them to be outside and doing stuff outside. That's what the way he was grown up, or he grew up. They had some games when they were little, but I mean, it was like, get outside and play.
Yep,
You know what I mean?
exactly.
Just go outside.
That's what we try to encourage too. Yeah,
Yeah.
The kids, they certainly do. When they wake up in the morning, us groggy parents, we kind of like to toss on that TV for a couple minutes, let everyone kind of start
And
the
that's
day
okay for a few
quietly.
minutes, I
Right,
think.
exactly. We have
Yeah.
these like little segments of time where they'll turn it on. I like to put it on too when I'm like cooking dinner. Give them a moment where they're not under my feet, and I'm trying to take a boiling pot of water off the
Yeah.
stove. But
Yeah.
limiting screen time is a good thing. And listen, this isn't just for kids. Why don't we put the screens down now and then, pick up an actual book and
Great
read it,
point.
right? Like, let's just be the example.
Yeah, do something with the kids.
Yeah.
Yeah, get outside with them and play with
Get
them. and do
outside with
stuff.
them,
Yeah.
read together. That's always more fun than reading alone, isn't it, for the little ones?
Oh
Yeah,
yeah, it's
yeah.
great you
Yeah.
said that because I recently had my nephew. He's 13 years old. He was here not too long ago. We spent a week together, and he loves his screens. I got him out bike riding, hiking, and I was kind of saying we were out there. It was a beautiful day, and he's like, "I don't want to go inside, Uncle Ted."
Yeah.
I'm like, "This is what it's all about,
That's
man."
right. Once you
Enjoying
discover
it.
the good, right,
Yeah.
outside
Right.
of that screen time, because listen, we all love our screens. I sit
Yeah.
there and play solitaire before bed.
Oh, yeah.
We do it. It's but yeah, it's nice to have a balance.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I need to get back into that habit too. I find myself, like you said, going and spending so much time on my phone and, looking through,
Yep.
social media, all that good stuff. And I have a book that I haven't finished in how long? I used to be so
See,
good
there
about
you go.
reading, but
There you go.
recently I've just fallen off. I got to get back on it too.
And just to get back to Rosemary really quick, answering the question, January 21st, 2019 was the last.
Oh, see, I was
super
right.
blood moon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
2019.
Oh.
You were on point.
I shouldn't have done it.
Guys, it's science.
sorry,
It's my
I'm sorry.
thing.
Yeah.
It's kind of my thing.
Well, of course, next time you fly through New York, you could have a unique way to pass the time. Roller skating. Look at this. How cool. You can now roller skate on the weekends at the TWA Hotel at JFK International Airport and on the tarmac. Skaters can take a spin around a 1958 Lockheed airplane. It costs $20 for adults, $16 for kids under 12. How cool. Not just the nostalgia of it, being kind of like retro inspired, but to be on a tarmac. I mean, my kids would love
That would be
this. They
cool.
love airplanes.
I heard y'all's reference earlier. I didn't get to chime in on this 70s thing.
Very
I
70s.
hope you know that that I was quite a good roller skater back
Were
in the day.
you?
Yes, I was. Yes, I
Well,
was.
I think next week we need to do some traffic on skates.
That'll be fine. That'll be
my
fine.
gosh, wouldn't that be
I was a
hilarious?
pretty good. I mean, I used to do all of the
Wait,
dancing
I just had a
and all
great
that
idea
stuff.
for Chris for Halloween.
Yeah, true. There
We'll
we
figure
go.
it out later.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
I just feel like we got to put him on skates and have him like dress up all like 70s.
He's like
That'd be fine.
skating to one side of
think it'd
the
be great.
screen to the other. He's like,
Yeah.
guys, and over here.
I used to do
On
all
this
the
road.
spins and the dance things, and I used to do the races and all of that stuff
How
back when
fun. That's
that
awesome.
was real popular, and that's all we had as kids to do was kind of go to the skate
Honestly,
rink.
I went to a skating rink a lot as a kid too.
Yeah, I did
And
too.
with the
I did
actual
too.
the four front and back
I was
wheels, not
gonna
just
say.
like the blades, the actual old school
Oh,
skates.
yeah.
I was the transition. So I first learned to skate on the roller skates,
Mm-hmm.
but then I wanted to be one of the cool kids, get the inlines and
Yeah, I never
back.
did really get to that point. I just did the roller skates.
yeah. I broke my wrist on the inline, so I'll stick back.
Yeah,
You
back
didn't
in
wear your
those-
wrist guards, Ted?
I was a rebel.
living on the
Telling
edge.
you.
Yeah.
Back in those days too,
Disguise.
I'll tell you that that the girls in the 70s that went skating, they had like the big pom poms on their skates. I
Yeah.
don't think they showed that, but that was a big
seen
deal
that,
when
yeah.
you had 3 or 4 of those pom poms tied to your skates and what it looked like and all that. That the girls were into all of that.
Okay.
So
That sounds super
It was like
cute.
a
on their skates.
lifestyle. It
Yeah,
wasn't. Yeah,
it
it
was
wasn't
a-
just a hobby. It was like a lifestyle.
Exactly
meet me
right.
at the rink.
Because we were at the rink every
Still
Friday
in
and
town.
Saturday night. You know?
we have to bring skates back.
I love it.
I mean, clearly
love roller
they're
skates.
doing it in New York.
I would break my neck now, but it would be a lot of fun.
be
I'd
real
love
slow.
to try it. Yeah.
And Nicole, I probably would wear wrist guards now.
Yeah.
You know, I can't.
Well, we get older, we get smarter, right?
I'd probably wear a helmet.
Yeah,
Honestly, I know.
I know.
full body suit. All right.
Yeah.
Well, thanks so much for everybody joining us today, and don't forget to join us every morning from 4:30 to 9 a.m. and again at 10 a.m. for the morning news. We'll see you back here tomorrow morning.